That's amazing. Ta-da!
Wow!
Magic!
Hey!
It's Blackmagic.
Nice.
Blackmagic URSA Mini Pro.
Blackmagic with an ND filter. Who'd have thought?
Thank you. So, someone must have rung a cameraman up and gone, we're making a pro version of the camera. Any thoughts?
Yeah, whatever will they think of next?
It's black.
It is. It leans forward a bit as well. And it's like it's leaning forward, have you noticed?
My first thoughts. Well built.
It's chunky.
Yeah.
In terms of size and how it is to hold, and it feels the sort of size of an FS7 to me.
What about weight? That feels heavier than an FS7 to me.
It does a little, but not much in it.
No.
I like it. I like the feel and the weight and the...
This handle is rock solid on this camera.
Nice.
And the whole body feels, it can take some knocks. It's nicely made. You can see that all the way round. I like the finish. I quite like the look as well. It's got a kind of, it's like a sleeker looking F5 in my book.
Blackmagic are always very, they're different in their design.
Yeah.
It's a very modern, futuristic looking
Yes.
design. Does that upset the traditionalists?
For me, as long as it's got what you want,
Yeah.
then I quite like it. In terms of the function, the angle of the BNCs coming out here, I quite like. It's nicely labelled up.
XLR's on the top?
Yes, which is interesting.
Yeah, under a rubber flap.
What do you think of that? Is that going to need to be a right-angled XLR? Is it going to clear the height of that rubber?
Or does it just come straight out the top?
Or straight out the top? But actually, that's not a bad idea at all.
It's better than the F5.
Is this called a pistol grip? Is that the correct name?
Just a hand grip, isn't it?
Hand grip. Right, that's exactly the problem. Quick release.
These are made by Shape. Just moose bars. Press the button. Turn it.
Perfect. Shape bars.
Yeah.
Meet Blackmagic camera.
Yeah, they need to
Blackmagic
talk.
camera. Meet Shape.
They need to talk to them.
Talk to each other, because that would really set it off for me. That would be perfect.
Yeah. So
That's not magic. Look.
you need to do that to put it camera down.
However, when the FS7 came out with this idea, I liked it. It's nice.
I wish it had the iris control on the hand grip. Or even an assignable wheel, so you could make it whatever you want.
My first thoughts when I put it on my shoulder. Because if you look at this, it doesn't look. This looks really set. This whole thing here looks pretty fixed, right?
Yeah.
So I took it out of the box.
I know what you're going to say.
I put it like this.
Yeah.
I was rubbing my ear.
You have got a very big head, though.
I've got big ears. I was rubbing my ear against that, and I was thinking, you couldn't use this.
Yeah.
And then I had the confidence to actually have a little look, and it does. And it comes out. There's quite a lot there actually, and it even comes out that way.
It's not
once I get over my stupid moment.
See, you could have a very big head and operate that now.
Well, you know what? You could have headphones on.
It doesn't feel as smooth.
No, when I opened it, realised I could, and I closed it, I was really scared because I pushed it back. I'm doing it gently now. There's one feature on here that I was really, really pleased to see. It has an internal microphone. I like that.
I think this viewfinder is lovely. I really like it, and normally I would moan at any viewfinder that I can't flip out the way and stand back from, but we've got an LCD panel. So if I want to stand back from the camera like I do in a studio type setup, just use this. So now we've got an LCD panel. I'm not worried about not being able to stand back from this. So in a way, it's best of both worlds.
It's really clear.
It's lovely. You've also got false colour if you want it. Nice peaking, zebras.
Yep. And you've got assignable buttons on the top of the viewfinder.
It feels like it has its own menu system just for the
Absolutely,
viewfinder.
which is accessible under here.
Yeah.
and with your fingers on top. So when you are holding,
Yeah.
it's really not a problem to, once you know what you've assigned those buttons to go through those. There's lots of room around for all the information that you need for the display.
Sharp.
Really sharp.
The diopter's good as well, lots of adjustment. My eyes are getting old.
Yeah, after you used it, I adjusted quite a lot. What I like about the monitor, and they've actually thought about this, is in the closed position, you're getting all of the audio, timecode display, quick reference information that you want.
Yep.
Just to make sure everything's going on. You can set it all up just from here.
Yep.
Because you're going to use all the other controls
clear.
for your picture.
It's nice.
And I think that's really well done. And then when you open the monitor up, then you've got...
It's chunky and solid, isn't it?
What I tried to do earlier on, I didn't break it.
Okay.
I thought I could twist it all the way around and close it back.
What, selfie mode? You're doing selfies with it?
Or even put it back in.
Oh, I see.
So you twist it, and then you bring it back and close it. Touch screen.
It's really responsive, this screen.
Very, very responsive. Very quick.
In fact, the camera's quick to turn on. The whole menu, when you're into the menu properly, going through all these different functions, they're really fast.
Really intuitive.
Yep.
And you're not drilling down. It's nice. You've got a full screen. The screen is bright in sunshine.
There's a lot of other manufacturers could learn a thing or two about user interfaces and making it easy for cameramen to use. This is terrific.
Yeah.
I really like this. They've done a cracking job on that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean when I say there's a style to the Blackmagic?
Yeah. I mean, if you see an Apple product,
you know it's Apple.
It's Apple.
Yeah. Same with Blackmagic.
We've both shot with this camera. So I took this out and used it handheld. And the whole thing that I tried to do was just put it on my shoulder and see what was going on. Just if someone said to you, you can go and get a few cutaways of where we are to go with an interview or whatever. Yeah. Some nice little lobster pots and signs. And I wanted to just quickly do it. It wasn't something I wanted to take. I wanted to go for it, find a shot, get my fingers where they should be. It was great, and I enjoyed it, and the pictures were good. I loved the viewfinder. The viewfinder was so clear. Really quickly I could find the shot I wanted. I deliberately shot some stuff underslung, a bit of movement. The camera balances as you're holding it. You can swing it round.
Yeah.
I didn't put a particularly long lens on, but had I had a longer lens, I could have picked up a lot more stuff going on. It was lovely, balanced well, and it didn't feel like I'd been using it for 2 hours. However, you and I both found that the iris wheel is in a bit of an awkward spot.
It's even more awkward when you've opened the side
and twisted.
And now,
so if you're underslinging,
you can't get to the iris wheel.
You can't do that. No, okay.
You know you can pull up the iris on the touch screen as well.
So really, what you're going to do then, I guess they would say, if you asked Blackmagic, they would say, well, that's not a problem, because just go to your screen, call up the iris, which is
F number.
It's at the top on this one, and then slide it along. So
or on the menu wheel.
So, but you want speed though, don't you? If you're using this handheld, I would guess you're covering an event that you haven't got a lot of control over necessarily. The
position of the iris is a little bit of an afterthought. It's like the camera's designed for proper cine lenses with aperture, with proper iris wheels, and you can get a PL mount version, or you can get an option of putting a PL mount on the front. This is EF. With EF, you're going to need the iris wheel a lot of times, and it just, I can't get to it now. I can't feel it. I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
You know that this shoulder piece and the tripod thing is an option, doesn't come with it. The hand grip can screw on there, of course. It's a little bit like a red style.
Or like a C300.
Yeah, I suppose so. What format did you shoot handheld on it?
ProRes.
I also did ProRes. I did ProRes with Blackmagic's version of Log, which they call Film Look.
Okay.
flat profile that you put the LUT on afterwards. I also shot some RAW, Cinema D&G. Fantastic pictures. I did mine on tripod though.
That's all right.
I had a lot of shiny cars on a bright blue sky day, lots of bright highlights and deep shadows. It was really good. The dynamic range of this is just fantastic. And if you shoot film style, quite a flat with a good ProRes or even better RAW, the detail you get in the shadows and the way it copes with the highlights, I really like the look of it. And it looks sharp. Even looking at the raw pictures, you don't have to put masses of detail in. All the details there. It's terrific.
They remind me a little bit of the kind of Canon, the blacks, and it has that kind of feel to it.
They've got the colour science right. The NDs, fantastic.
Yep.
Exactly what I need with NDs.
The fan's pretty quiet, but you do notice, you put it up to your ear, because the fan is right there.
And it's not noisy, is it?
No, but the minute, you can't really hear it here.
No.
And you put your ear handheld, and it's right there. Right, well, this doesn't put you off. But I
wonder how this would be in the rain. How splash proof is that on the top, I wonder?
Because we've got the vents here at the top.
Right on the top.
Actually, no, I didn't think about that. That's a really good point.
If it starts to drizzle, how quickly before the water fills the camera? I'll let you test that.
Okay, I'll take it in the shower.
Yeah. I get why they call this Pro. It has, this whole thing is like Pro cameras of old that we all know the make of.
Yeah.
They've copied the design a little bit and it feels right. Actually,
it does.
I like it.
I like it. Having these kind of switches it's like analog, it's solid. You know it's on, you know it's off. Codecs.
Yep, I use the RAW.
I use the ProRes.
But it'll do another one maybe.
It'll also do DNX, HD or HR, however, not internally. The out on the back will do 12G.
Whoa.
So
we'll just put a video assist on it then.
Yeah, exactly, and record it externally.
Yeah.
So
mind you, it's all flavours of ProRes, right up to the new ProRes, what is it, 444XQ or QX or whatever it is. That's insane data rates.
Yes.
And then you've got the RAW as well. I mean, why do you need DNX HR, DNX HD?
It's not for me, baby.
Who uses Avid anymore?
Avid?
Yeah.
Okay, recording.
Yep.
So we have 2 CFast slots.
Yep. And 2 SD card slots.
Yes. Now.
They're not cheap, are they?
A 256 gigabyte card, £599.
No, it's not that bad.
So how many would you buy?
Oh, you'd need a couple. If you were shooting RAW, you'd need a couple of 256.
But let's imagine you're setting yourself up with this camera.
Yep.
How many of these would you go out to buy? 256 gig? 3? 4?
No, I'd buy 2 initially.
2.
How often do my clients want RAW?
No, that's cool. I'm just thinking out loud.
I'd buy a couple.
So that's another £1,200
Yep.
on top. So that's fine.
Turn it.
I've just broken it.
Turn it upside down.
I've just broken it.
I know. It's easy to put those in. I don't like.
Which way did it go?
They go the other way up.
What way are we at?
That's it. Yeah. No.
What?
It's that.
It just goes in. Let me do it. Oh, now it goes in.
Is it that way?
No, you just got it the wrong way as well.
I've just got it the wrong way.
Broken the camera. Oh, don't break the camera. It's got to go back. See, I guess once you... No, it's wrong.
See, that's not the right... I did have it the right way up.
Do you know what?
That's the right way up.
Yeah, it is, but there's a lot of give in that slot.
But that's,
I don't like that. That's the design of this.
That's the design
No,
of
I get that,
yeah.
but I want something that... Cold fingers, cold wet fingers. How long does it take to put 2 cards into a camera?
Yeah, a long time. If you can't, initially, when you're setting out, afford CFast cards, just use SD cards. You can do virtually everything with SD cards. You can't do the highest frame rates, the highest data rates. But if you're starting out and you don't want to spend £1,200 on cards.
It's a really good idea. I agree. Are you suggesting that I would start with SD because I can't afford the other card?
No, obviously not. But at least you'd be able to get the SD card slots in.
Now, I know you normally shoot XAVC.
Yep.
And in fact, this is actually being shot on that format.
Yep.
If you were to swap your camera for this tomorrow, you can't record that format.
Nope.
So you can do all the flavours of ProRes or even RAW. Would that impact on your clients?
I'm going to be a little bit controversial now.
Do it.
I prefer the pictures from this camera than I do off my F5.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah. The pictures on this sensor, the colour science, the way the pictures look, straight out of the camera, are better than Sony's. I think this is a terrific looking camera as far as picture quality goes. The problem I have is persuading my clients to change formats, to change the cards we use, to switch to ProRes isn't a problem. Everybody uses ProRes, but just getting them to change and be used to it, that's the biggest issue I've got.
Right. And is that barrier too painful to you to consider that you would swap your F5? Are you entrenched?
I'm not. My clients are. I'm not entrenched. I'd quite happily swap this camera now for my F5.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I would, personally, as a camera. I think this is better pictures, just as easy to use. I love it. I love the fact that I can shoot RAW without having to add anything extra on.
Yep.
I love the Cinema DNG Blackmagic RAW thing. It's great, works brilliant, and you can adjust the compression on it as well. Fantastic. It's a problem with my clients. It's persuading my clients to use something. Also, the elephant in the room is reliability. We can't get away from the fact that Blackmagic built up a bit of a reputation and they need to clear that out.
Is this the kind of product that is going to clear that out though?
It could do. If this had come out before everybody bought FS7s,
actually it could be.
This would have been the camera.
So I'm going to spend my family's inheritance on a new camera.
Yep.
Sony FS7 currently, Mark II.
FS7 Mark II, good camera.
Body only.
Yep.
£7,500.
Plus tax.
Yeah, plus that.
Okay.
This, body only.
4,300.
Whoa.
Plus tax.
This
is great.
£3,000 difference. My first question is, why is this Blackmagic so much cheaper than what's becoming the industry standard, the FS7? Is it simply because their pricing is more realistic? They're not making as much money per product?
I'm in a difficult position here because I've been moaning that Sony cameras are too cheap and that they're undermining the way we work as freelancers and the financing of our daily rate and everything else. The fact that cameras are getting cheaper and cheaper, I've been moaning about that. So how can I look at this, which is I was going to call it a cheap camera. It's not cheap. It's expensive to a lot of people.
Yes, but in terms of
professional level film, broadcast, TV cameras, this is cheap.
Yes.
Blackmagic have always positioned themselves at the lower end of the price point of the entry level.
Yes, and I think they've always said they're innovative and we're going to offer you something for a bit less.
I think they should charge more for this. I think people would have more respect for it if they charge more for it.
Yeah, see, there's the rub, isn't it?
The pictures off this camera are better than my F5. It's a 4.6K chip. It's a larger sensor. The ProRes and the RAW just look glorious. It's fine to use it. I've got a flip out screen. I haven't got that on my F5. The responsiveness of the menu, the ease of use. I'd happily use this professionally from tomorrow. I've got no problems with it at all. If I wanted to switch to this camera, what I'd have to do is buy it in addition to the F5. and slowly move my clients over to it by showing them that it's better.
So what you do is you get the F5 out of your car,
Yeah.
prep it, and at the
I
last
take
minute,
the booking saying I've got an
at the last minute when they're not looking, you swap it and put it on the tripod.
Magic.
A lot of my work is delivering whole production. Okay? So I tend, because I'm doing a mixture of directing, producing, and putting a project together.
Yeah.
So when I'm talking to a client, my objective is to get them the best product at the end.
Right. So would you?
They don't give a monkeys what, they don't even care what the camera is.
No.
There are two sides to the argument about the client saying we want an FS7, because actually I have experience where people don't care what camera we're using as long as we deliver the final product. So I wouldn't have so much of an issue of persuading people because I'm delivering a whole package.
With all these cameras, especially if they call themselves pro, there's a tipping point. There's a tipping point when enough people have got them that all the production managers have heard about them, and it becomes okay to use it. And it's reaching that tipping point. Blackmagic need to reach that level of users so that enough production managers go, yeah, we're fine with that.
So I think we have 4 things we need to have a decision on here.
Okay.
Build quality.
Oh, that's a tick, isn't it?
It's a tick. It's a big tick. Survive.
Yeah.
A couple of little tweaks,
Yeah.
but this one's going to last. Picture quality.
Fantastic. 2 ticks.
2 ticks.
2 ticks. The
2 ticks out of 1.
picture quality is brilliant.
It is. It's great. Out of the box.
Yep.
Happy with that. Price point.
Can't fault it. Well, you can. It's too cheap.
Too cheap. So is that less ticks or more ticks?
That's 1 tick. I wish it was more expensive.
Okay.
It's bizarre. I know.
And lastly, the combination of all of those 3, desirability.
This is the first Blackmagic camera that I would seriously consider to use professionally. I love this camera and I think it's very desirable.
I would be happy to buy this rather than current equivalents on the market. I would buy this tomorrow.
Are you going to then?
Very close, actually.
So finally, are you in the same position?
I think so.